Got my coffee in. Look who showed up. The snow. And Q-Man. Look at this girly car. This is no Duramax, dude.
It's a Beamer. Just like the bike.
That's right. Good point, good point.
Yeah.
Super clean.
Well, not for long with these roads.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the wifey's car.
I washed the Duramax this morning, though.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah.
That thing was
I had to spray off the salt. It was too much. Couldn't take any more of it.
Where are we going?
To the gym. Shoulder day, cardio. We're going to do just one trip today.
All right,
do it on one. All right, let's do it.
7.9% body fat, 81.6 muscle mass, 156 live. Shoulder day again.
Rocking the shoulder press.
Yeah, and tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah.
Right? So tomorrow,
Friday fun day.
we got a bike pickup day tomorrow. New bike coming in. We're gonna have to drag it through the snow into the truck.
Another bike series.
No, but just to get it from,
Oh,
the,
yeah.
from the bike shop. So I'm going. What's this called?
I'm not really sure. Like a upright reverse pull. I don't know. I don't really have a name for this one.
Shoulder day.
All I know is it's heavy.
All right, Superbike Gangster, 197.5. Oh, you lost a couple horsepower.
Yeah. Gained a couple horsepower.
Yeah, I know. It's just the opposite. Oh, here you are, 16, 17. Oh, 17.8.
17.8.
And then, well, your skeletal mass, 90. Hello and good morning, everybody. Well, the bike build series has taken a little bit of a change for this morning. I got my Northern Lite visiting my friends at Nova Industries. I'll introduce you to Howard here, the owner, soon enough. I'm pulling out my 220 amp hour lead acid batteries that I got from here around 2 years ago. And they are not very efficient anymore. Essentially, I've gone through around 300 charge cycles, and in under 2 years, and essentially the batteries lose capacity and usage. And so here's the cubbies that two of them came in the Northern Lite. It's a Northern Lite 10.2 2006. You can see all the solar wires coming off here because they got 4 solar panels on the roof, 95 watt each. And anyway, so I'm pulling this off, and I'll come back at you guys soon. Maybe I'll come check out Howard here if he's inside. Planning on putting an MPPT charge controller. There's Howard. Say hello to the YouTube.
Hey guys.
We're at Nova Industries, right?
Nova Independent Resources.
No, sorry, Nova Independent Resources. Yeah.
In Kelowna.
There you go. And so he's pulling off the wires off the old solar controller, and we're gonna get some Victron products in here next, along to complement the Battleborn batteries, which I'll show you next, guys. For those that don't know, my name is Marcel Irnie, Superbike racer, Superbike wanderer. And this is my 2009 LMM Duramax dually with the 06 Northern Lite. Today is the Battleborn 100 amp hour 12 volt lithium batteries going in the Northern Lite camper. So check out the difference here. Not only is it half the weight, but it's actually a little shorter, but also a little longer than my typical 220 amp hour lead acid batteries that I've had installed in there. The problem with my lead acid batteries is they only have around 300 cycles, 300 charge cycles. While the Battleborn lithium, we're looking more like 3,000 charge cycles. So while the Battleborn may be 4 times the price, it's gonna last 15 times the distance. And when you camp a lot in your RV, you know, you're using your battery, draining it every day with video editing. Those 300 cycles go pretty quick in just over a year. Notice this is the positive on the negative. So these are two 6-volt lead acid batteries that have been in here wired in series. So what that means is you have the positive from one battery going to the negative of the other, and then you can see the positive of the solar back there, and that's going to the negative of that battery. And then over here you had a similar idea. So it's, you know, negative to positive, positive to negative. So the two 6-volt batteries become a 12-volt system. Now with the Battleborn, the lithium batteries are 12 volt each, which means now we're gonna run it from positive to positive, negative to negative, and that's called running them in parallel. So changing it up a little bit. You can also notice how I'm struggling to get these wires and everything out of the way. The battery is so heavy and it's so hard to access to fill up the distilled water to keep the battery maintained. And that's another advantage, guys, going lithium or gel, is it's a non-maintenance battery. You know, not too bad, maybe 55 pounds, maybe less. This thing, yeah, a good 100+ pounds. So I'm also saving a lot of weight as well in my camper to put more motorcycles in, more food. You can see the amp hour rating at 20 hours is 235 amp hours. Now the Battleborns are only 100 amp hours. Now, so you're thinking, wow, this battery is a little less than half of those crowns, but that is not true. Like I said, once you take these things to 11.5 volts, essentially half capacity, that is your limit. That's when the inverter starts to scream saying you're gonna wreck your batteries if you keep going. While these guys, you can drain, just like your phone. You know, you can take your phone from max capacity down to essentially dead, or right close to dead. And what's interesting is the Battleborn batteries have their own controller installed into the battery. So when the battery is too cold or when there's too much voltage going into it, it'll actually not charge, it'll stop charging and save the batteries. And what's gonna happen here is actually I'm gonna get rid of this ventilation, because you don't need to vent lithium batteries, just like your phone. There's no needing of venting, but the lead acid you certainly do. And I wanna keep the batteries warm. I wanna actually use the heat from inside the camper to keep the batteries warm, because the only negative effect of the lithium battery is they do not like to be charged when they're cold. So if you try to charge them when you're cold, you can actually wreck the battery, and that's why there's a built-in controller in these Battleborn batteries that don't let them charge below essentially 0 Celsius, I believe, like at freezing, or slightly maybe -5, just slightly below freezing. They'll disconnect and not allow you to charge them. However, you can use the batteries in all cold conditions, you just can't charge them. So some people actually run little blankets for their heat for their batteries, so that'll be in the future. Maybe I'll get some heater system, but I'll see how much the residual heat from inside can keep them warm as well. So tired of winter. Okay guys, update time. I got it nice and clean in here, zip tied, taped up. Just barely fit in this space. Now I gotta do this side. Oh, fucking hating life right now, guys. So cold, but I'm done. It was so hard to get this stuff. These wires are just frozen. You can't bend them, especially the huge negative cables, the huge gauge. And oh my god, let me turn the camera around here. All these freaking damn cables, and they're so unflexible. There should be a bar. I started doing insulation. Now I got to insulate this whole door and get some pink foam across the front. Here's the other side, guys. Oh, Battleborn. It's so stupid to have Northern Lite do 2 separate battery boxes. They should have one big box where all the batteries are accessible. Hold it like a man.
Hold it like a man.
It's whacking the trailer.
Man, it's whacking the trailer.
See? It is tougher than it looks.
Yeah. I didn't say it wasn't tough. But I just know how long it takes you to do it.
Final step, guys. Blow her out.
Blow her out, yeah. You got to make sure you got a clean box.
That's good. That's good. And you gotta have a hammer.
And a hammer. You got to have a strong hammer and a clean box.